Consider this another episode of What's on My Mind. But first, I'm just going to say there's some stuff about the Arrowverse, some stuff about other YouTube channels, and probably Smash Bros. And Kirby and whatever, honestly. But let's start with Kirby. So, you guys should be expecting some Kirby videos pretty soon. I recorded a bunch of stuff. The Nintendo Switch, idiotically, can only record up to 30 seconds. I was like, now what is this bullshit when I found that out? You guys may remember, because I didn't know how much it was letting me record. I assumed 5 minutes, because that's the Xbox One's, like, standard setting. I assumed, like, yeah, 5 minutes, that's cool. But, so when I recorded that, I went to go put it on my computer and realized it was only 30 seconds, and I'm like, what? And, so, yeah, I realized that, and I was kind of ticked off with that. There's a video I have that's actually called, Is This Seriously All I Can Record? And so, yeah, I was gonna... So there are some Kirby videos, but they're not going to be, like, uploaded by themselves all that often. I'm just basically editing them together as if they're a highlight thing. I want to get Mario Kart 8, though, eventually, because I know you can record the Smash Bros. Way of recording on there, too. And so I'll have something else different for you guys to watch, Nintendo-wise. And I don't want to get a capture card. I really don't, for some reason. It just seems like a capture card would be hard to manage, so whatever. I really don't know how to go about all that. I think someone's up front. And if I get Mario Maker 2, I can't really upload any videos on it. I can maybe talk about the game a little bit. Upload highlights, of course. And, you know, just post level codes in the descriptions like I used to do. But otherwise, I'm not really excited to get into it for that reason. Recording YouTube videos is one of my passions, obviously. You guys see me doing this all the time. So, yep. But that is a large reason to why I will be getting that Star Wars game. I already have enough money for it. But I must have started saving up way too early because it comes out November, Fallen Order. I'll talk more about that later. I don't want this video to turn into a rant, though. And then on to the Arrowverse subjects. Concept art for the Monitor, not the Monitor, Anti-Monitor have just come out. And that stuff looks pretty cool. He's going to be a giant guy, like Galactus. Maybe not Galactus levels of big, but he's going to be pretty big. And it looks like he's going to be played by the same guy as... His name is hard to say, and I don't want to butcher it, so... But he's going to be played as the same guy as the Monitor. And so... I'm just wondering how that's going to work, because the Monitor and Anti-Monitor aren't really... I mean, they're related. I'm pretty sure they're brothers, but they don't look at all similar, in my opinion. Go look up a picture of the Anti-Monitor, and you'll see that they're very different. In fact, the Anti-Monitor just recently appeared in a comic book. I can't remember what it's called. It just came out, the comic book, I think. And it's got this thing called the Final Batsuit, which is like run off of imagination or something. And it can rewrite reality. It's crazy. But the Anti-Monitor just appeared in there, and he's got a weird Black Manta kind of helmet. Not like really Black Manta, but that's the only thing I could think to compare it to. So, But seeing him in the Arrowverse is gonna be pretty cool. But he looks a lot like let me try real quick. LaMonica Garrett, I think. I can't remember. I'm bad with names. But yeah, it looks a lot like that in the concept art. I'm pretty sure they just used a little thing of his face on there. So I'm not sure if that's how he's gonna look exactly in the Arrowverse, or if that's just concept art. I do hope it gets tweaked a little bit. Personally, I'd just like to see a live action version of what we got in the comics, but really, as long as it doesn't look terrible, I'm fine with it. And it looks really, really good. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, that looked terrible. They're fixing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a little miniature Sonic rant real quick, and then I'll get back to the Arrow. Actually, I think I'm finished with the Arrowverse stuff. That's really all I had to say. Basically, is that I liked where they're going with the monitors. But basically, with the Sonic rant, how did they think that would be good? Just how? There was a conspiracy that I didn't believe for a second. It just seemed like wishful thinking. A conspiracy theory that basically they had the whole thing planned from the get-go, generate hype, and they had a model throughout the rest of it. I didn't believe that for a second. I'm like, you're a complete nut. And the fact that the movie's been delayed all but confirms that theory. Like, why would you delay the movie if you already have everything ready? So I didn't really believe that. But Sonic looked terrible. They've hinted at fixing him. I don't like that they had to change the direction the direction they wanted to go. But Sonic looked like garbage, man. And so yep, like that movie already doesn't seem like it's gonna have any resemblance of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is unfortunate. I have faith. I have faith in the project. I'm kind of looking forward to certain parts of it. The trailer did look like they knew a little bit of what they're talking about. But when they mess up something like the character design, something so fundamental, it's like I'm just like, is fundamental the right word? I don't think so. You guys know what I mean. It's like, do you even when's the what is the thing? I'm stuttering now because I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna stop right there. But when they can't even get that right, it's just like, do you even know what Sonic is? Is this just a cash grab to you? I don't understand. Them changing his design is a good sign, though. And in the little Twitter post, when they were like, oh yeah, well, we're delaying the movie till February of 2020, it was like, yeah, I can see why. And at first I was like, well, it's your screw up, so it doesn't matter. And then, my initial rage, like, calmed down. It's like I had to get rid of the Red Lantern ring and just put on the blue one. And so I was like, yeah, basically, I can see that there could be a future for this movie. But just Jim Carrey talking down to Damien Darhk was kind of a weird experience to me. And also, I'm pretty sure if you like zoom in on Jim Carrey's eyes as he's like doing that weird little thing, that was weird. If you, pretty sure Jim Carrey is reading something as he's doing that weird fast speaking thing. They might want to CGI his eyes or something. Because yeah, the fast talking is hard to, and I don't even know what he said in that. It could have been just for a bunch of things. But as he's doing it, his eyes are just... And so I was just like, that's odd. Maybe they'll fix that in post or something, or maybe they'll just reshoot that scene. I think the movie needs a bit of rewriting and a bit of reshooting. Actually, I wrote, like... Hold on. But it's like, I did something that's more faithful to the source material. I don't know that it's any good, but it's more faithful to the source material, and I honestly don't see why it couldn't fit into the main Sonic canon. So, the movie, however, I'm just like, what? And it's got the same. You know what? You know what's a good sign? It's got. I think his name is James Marsden. I could be getting that wrong. It's got the same guy from Hop. Like, Hop and Alvin and the Chipmunks were kind of the same in a way, and that being like a live action CG hybrid. And now James Marsden is in it, and it's just like, oh, is this gonna be Hop 2.0? Because I'm not ready for that. I don't need that in my life. I don't. I mean, he was also Cyclops in. Was he in all of the original 3 X-Men movies, or just 3? I can't remember. I want to say he's been recast like 3 times, so maybe not. He was one of the Cyclopses in X-Men, probably X3. But in the last thing is, I was watching a video from What Culture, and then I was going to watch another one on GameRanks. So I went to both their websites. I was like, yeah, okay, well, let's see if I find anything better here, since YouTube wasn't working at the moment. And when I went to their website, both of their websites, it was a mess. It didn't want to exist for me. And so I was like, the websites weren't bad per se, but I was just thinking, man, if they ever get sponsored by Squarespace and they try to sell me on it, I'm just not going to believe a word they're saying. It's basically just what was going through my mind. And yeah, I guess that's everything that's been on my mind. Sonic, Arrowverse, I mean, and YouTube websites, I guess. YouTuber websites. So, well, bye. Oh, and Kirby videos and whatever. So that sums up my thoughts real quick. See you later, I guess.